I mean, it has happened before. It's the prayer thing.
テレサ、
Apparently, I guess that maybe
待って
that's
くれ。
why she's
来てくだ
unnatural.
さい。
島さん。
Whenever her emotions
あと
kick
3日
in,
で白色彗星はテレザー
things
ト区域
get
に到達
destroyed
するん
around
です。
her. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Stoneface Reactions. I'm Theta, and we're back with another episode of Space Battleship Yamato 2. We come back as we normally do with notes and a comment. Normally, we would go to the board, but I don't think legitimately anything has really changed since the last board that we've seen. So the link will be down in the description, but it's going to be the same one. That said, let's go to the notes. Teresa's palace is called the Teresium. You know, like a terrarium. I gotta wonder if Teresa is a plant in this version. Kind of funny that the inside of her place is all glass walls and whatnot, considering the name. The whole Shima thing remains a bit off. As the episode started, I was thinking to myself that we could have removed some of the goofier episodes of season 1 and put Encountering Teresa as a two-parter there, and it would have fit perfectly into the just stepping out of the solar system for the first time and encountering a strange universe feel for things that I feel like season 1 was supposed to have. Shima falling in love with a mysterious voice from deep space could have even fit there. Put it right alongside that guy who was going crazy and trying to fly home. Show us the pressures of being so far from home and the pressure put upon the crew. But in this scenario, where we just got done fighting and have no idea what the away team might be up to be getting groomed for a date, what if the team met up with her and discovered that she used her message to lure ships in and to eat them because she's trapped, but otherwise is a carnivore of some sort? I know that sounds stupid on the face of it, but there was an episode of Farscape that was basically that. I just mean, you don't know. Dude could show up, and the away team could be dead. Come prepared for anything, I suppose, but least of all, a date. Well, now I think we have confirmation that space kilometers per hour is not the same as just kilometers per hour. The Comet Empire ship is 3,000 light years away from Terasat, and 23,000 away from the Earth, moving at 120,000 space kilometers an hour. At that speed, in normal kilometers an hour, it would take them 20.7 million years to reach the Earth. So I doubt that makes for much of a threat. But in the reality of the show, we know it'll reach Earth in 46 days. So that the ship is traveling at 182,600 times the speed of light. Asteroids would not be crashing off of it like we see. There would be some fairly massive explosions being created by its passing. No wonder it needs those shields. Also, 1 normal kilometer per hour is about 6.1 billionths of a space kilometer per hour. Also an oddity, we know that the Comet Empire ship is 4 days from Terasat, and that's 3,000 light years away. But the speed we know the ship is going to reach Earth in 46 days means that in 4 days, the Comet Empire ship will only have gone 2,000 light years. So either they are slowing down to reach Earth, or are actually faster than that 46-day calculation, and have added some time to stop at Terasat. Doing all of the math, the speed it would take them to reach Terasat in 4 days, and then reach the Earth in 46 days, would mean that they could stop at Terasat for 15 days. So if we see them take a 2-week break, we'll know that they've done the math too. By they, I mean the people who wrote the show. And in case some of you are going to be not doing the math and just calling me out on what I said, reach Terasat in 4 days and then reach Earth in 46 days, I mean additive, right? I mean, sorry, not additive. By which I mean reaches Terasat in 4 days and then reaches Earth 42 days later. So I was just talking about the total. The Comet Empire ship is about half the diameter of Earth, we're told. Well, it's also about twice the size of the moon, if you want to take it that way. This thing is far, like 6 times bigger than the Death Stars, right? Almost. It's just thinking about it. Legends of Galactic Heroes, Iserlon, Geiersburg Station, these things are dwarfed by the Comet Empire ship. The conquests that get listed, we got Zerum Cloud in year 1, Palladium Cloud in year 2, planet Grasder in year 2, and planet Dorazi in year 4. Guess they took a break in year 3. Also, we don't know what year it is now. I guess they took over the people that used to come to Terrasart, because the first thought I had after Teresa describes destroying everything was those were spaceships. People didn't come back after she destroyed everything, because she describes it like a spaceport for everybody. And then they started fighting each other, which fair enough, maybe they stopped coming because of the wars that were happening here. But the element is they don't describe the other people that used to come here. So, and the scene right after that is essentially, hey, this is when we conquered all this stuff. So, the possibility exists that these are the conquered people. And of course, we remember back in season 1 that Domel won a whole battle in the region of space, so it's possible he took out some of these people too. It's insane to have invited Talon to the party. Also kind of crazy that Talon didn't go back to the fleet and try and plan something. I guess he's just hanging around waiting for Dessler to get out, but inviting him to the party? He could say something. The Emperor is right there. So we went from antimatter to the power of prayer. By the way, she says she won't use her powers again, and we know that her powers are activating the machinery around her when she prays, right? But she's praying the moment right after. And her prayers were the power, so, he's like, can you use your power to help us? And she says, I won't use them again. Drops to her knees and starts praying, right? And my final note. It's an oddity when it comes to how they wrote women in this show. Yuki is kind of middle ground between being a damsel and a normal crew member, but otherwise can't have any strong women on the crew, I guess. But, at the same time, a strong woman can save the entire human race, as per Starsha, and I assume Teresa. Alright, as I said though, we do have a comment, once again from Kellen Winslow. Yes, the pocket games you talked about would be pretty convenient. The more streamlined Starfleet battles sounds interesting. It's like all the tiny epic games or the little Sword Art Online dice game that was made. It's basically Yahtzee with SAO stuff. Definitely useful when you travel or visit friends. I've been playing a lot of Mage Knight myself, but games like that can be fun as well. I'm to interrupt here. That's not streamlined Starfleet battles. That's the original Starfleet battles, and then the Starfleet battles that you were talking about before, and the one that I know, are the ones that came after. Good point, Theta, about them probably taking into account that people watching the show would be familiar with the movie. I hadn't thought about that, although I should have. I suppose it's like assuming that everyone knows Superman's origin, so why do it again, right? That's usually the reason for not doing Batman's origin. Batman gets more movies. Yet, at the same time, interesting things can still be done even if you make that assumption. I have to say, once again, I hate Saito. Okay, got that out of the way, lol. Kodai is better, though. Far better than the original show, even though I kind of think sometimes that he's just there. In spite of his screen time, I don't really feel like he's been really pivotal to what's going on aside from gathering the crew. I feel like the Doctor was the one who gathered the crew. Kodai was just the one who was the acting captain. Yeah, the forces that were supposed to prevent anyone from seeing Teresa were pretty lame when you think about it. It doesn't always seem like they are that worried about her. For that matter, why haven't they just killed her or something? Why all this song and dance? They finally showed some of the power here, but it doesn't seem like it's something the Common Empire really needs to worry about. She can make plants grow, okay? That's just like the main character's power in the OVA series Please Save My Earth. If you have seen that, I haven't. Same composer that did Escaflowne did that soundtrack as well. Her power is to pray and destroy an entire planet's worth of cities, I guess. I would argue that that's still not enough power to do anything to the Comet Empire. As for the previous math that I went over, they are legitimately running into asteroids. And again, if we think that the Comet Empire is half the size of the Earth, then the size of the asteroids that are smashing into have to be, I don't know, probably the size of the Death Star, if you think about it. So they're basically ramming into the Death Star at 186,000 times the speed of light. Constantly, because we've seen it do it all the time. I don't think there's a force out there that could fucking destroy it, except for antimatter, like they did in the movie. But then again, they didn't give us math in the movie, so it might not have been doing that fast. Well, they have to be, because they do show us where they're coming from. But Teresa can do that and apparently destroy things with her prayers. Okay, well, another instance of I should have just kept reading. Okay, that's a bit vague, and she destroyed in order to stop destruction. That's a bit of Gundam to below there as well. But she has refused to do anything else now, so again, why do they keep her alive? Maybe it's just me, but it doesn't really make much sense, especially since she isn't antimatter anymore. I mean, it's implied that Sabera, I forgot her name for a second. Sabera is the only one who considers anyone to be afraid of her. Dessler says that the Emperor is not afraid of her, so maybe they kept her alive for some other reason. It's the same reason that the Emperor keeps Sabera around, even though Sabera clearly isn't one of the, I forgot the name of the Comet Empire race. She clearly isn't one of those people. In the same way that with the dancers in the disco, I don't know what to call it, were a bunch of other races as well. Unless they were doing the thing where they miscolored them again. I don't know. But the idea being that maybe he's keeping her around as a spectacle, or I don't know. In the movie, she seemed kind of otherworldly and mysterious, like a being from another dimension or something. Here, though, not so much. Yeah, but at least this time she's wearing clothes, which I gotta respect. Even though they make her naked in the ending credits anyway, whatever. She does have a heck of a fan club on the Yamato, though, lol. Her relationship with Shima is a bit weird as well. I guess she just randomly picked him out. Well, I mean, she talked to two people, Aihara and Shima, and Shima shoved Aihara out of the way, so I don't remember anything special about him. He's a good navigator, but that's it. When he sees Teresa and says that she's exactly what he pictured, I just said to myself, yeah, she's exactly like every other woman Leiji Matsumoto has made. That's exactly what I was thinking. Well, I didn't call out the person who made the show, but yeah, she's exactly like every other woman. Star's sister, Yuki, all the other women. She looks like Mattel or Captain Harlock's girl who got killed after he loses his eye. Yeah, I mean, you said Mattel, but I believe there is a female Captain Harlock in Galaxy Express 999, isn't there? That's definitely, or is that just Captain Harlock and I've for some reason made it into a woman in my head? So I'd also believe I'm talking about the Roger Corman cut, which I believe they called it Captain Warlock for some reason. I don't know. I've only seen one other Captain Harlock movie after that, and that's the weird CGI one made in the late 2000s, and I can't remember the name of it. Probably had Captain Harlock in the name somewhere. The Emperor is still being played. Hopefully he catches on sooner than later. I mean, unless he's fake being played, that he knows he's being played the entire time and just letting it go because he's bored. On an unrelated note, will you be doing any more Lodos with Ray? No. I can answer that before I even finish. No. That's not anything to do with me and Ray. Well, it has something to do with Ray. Ray is super fucking busy. If you don't remember, or I didn't say it out loud before, Ray is a history teacher at... no, she's not a history teacher. Sorry. I have another friend who's a history teacher. Ray teaches, I think, economics or something math-related in relation to money. High school level. So he is busy during portions of the year where school is in, plus he's running his own channel, plus he wants to make a gaming channel, plus he's rather kind of getting burnt out on stuff as he's put out there to the community. So adding on doing stuff with me and where I require more work and get less stuff out of it from his side. So yeah, I think we've done as much Lodos as we're going to do unless I pick it up on myself. Otherwise, seems like it's not going to happen. I know you must be crazy with shows now, but I'm definitely looking forward to that at some point. Yeah, the problem is I will overload myself with too many shows, as I've done. I still have, 10 shows sitting in the backlog to get edited. And I'm recording this at 1 a.m. the day this episode needs to go out. I'm not in love with the element of I'm pushing things. I would like to get ahead, but at the same point, I love doing this. I don't know. Maybe at some point I'll get successful enough where I can hire an editor. If I had an editor, I would just put the stuff out there and I would just record. Unfortunately, I'm not really good at recording and doing the notes and the board all at the same time. I can only focus on one thing at a time. That is my choke point. I'm just about to start spring cleaning in the house, which takes a couple of weeks doing a good job in every room. So try to have fun, more fun than that at least, lol. I don't know. I might be getting forced to move in the next few months, so kind of the same effect of having to do spring cleaning, but at the same time, I don't know what my recording situation will be after that. So, kind of a bit of anxiety driven. But anyway, that was the comment. So nothing left to do but hop into the next episode and see what we get.
But before we get started,
make sure that you hit the like button,
hit that subscribe button.
Comment down below to feed that algorithm.
On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this, unfiltered,
uncensored,
and uncut,
as well as some early access stuff,
you can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
Sorry, sometimes, I don't know, I apologize, I'll do make a weird face. When I turn that down too, apparently that jumped up in 100% volume. Typically I have this turned down to 70%. And when I'm doing my audio editing, I have the volume cranked all the way up so I can try and hear any audio artifacts and whatnot. Because, yeah, the editing process, seems like I don't do a lot of editing. And I do. I edit out the... Point being is I edit the audio into the video at the same time. And I try to... There's a lot of wind noise in this microphone. It's a shitty mic. But I don't have a good audio setup. I don't know how to do that very well. So, anyway. I don't know what I was starting here with here. Oh, the expression. Sometimes I forget that I got my whole cranked up. And sometimes when I adjust the audio to come out the right source, it resets it to 100%. So I get cranked at 100% volume, doubled up here to, what the hell's going on? Anyway, I assume we're about to get a recap of what's happened the last 2 episodes.
テレザートに到達したヤマトからの情報によって迫り来る白色彗星の恐るべき実態は明らかになった。
Again, that they could just ram through anything.
計数千キロにも及ぶ巨大な人工の彗星。その地球到達まではあと45日
So it's been a day
しか
since
ない。
the last episode.
地球もまた他の多くの星々と同様、その餌食となり宇宙の塵と化してしまうのだろうか。
I guess these must have been the other planets. This is not Earth. I guess it's just an unnamed planet we haven't been to before. Oh yeah, 10 Andromeda class ships.
白色彗星の現在位置はここだ。テレザートから約12万宇宙キロ、50宇宙ノットの速度で直進してきている。このままで行くと、
Now we're using space knots.
まであと3日だな。
Definitely been a day, from 4 to 3.
地球到達までを計算すると、あと45日だ。我々も同じコースを直行して地球へ向かう。
See, with the math they've given, there's no way they can reach Teresa in 3 days and Earth in 45 days and be traveling at the same speed. Because we know the distances and we know one speed. So the distance it was away from Teresa to get there in 3 days, it would get to Earth in like 20 days after that. No reason it should take 45 days. I wonder if they're just gonna kill her in this version of the show. Like, there will be no sacrifice at the end. It's gonna be an inciting moment for Shima.
機関長、エネルギーカウンターに異常があります。
コントロールチューブの反応パイプがおかしいようだな。予備パイプを持ってこい。早くだ。
はい。機関室、波動エンジンの点検状況はどうですか。
点検状況 60% だ。今少し時間をくれ。
了解。相原、整備班をチェックしろ。コスモ隊が整備完了。演習を始めています。
I'll get the communications guy check that for you. Why don't you just radio into the engineering? Well, you were just talking to the engineering.
バカ野郎！そんなこっちゃ 命がいくつあっても足りんぞ。第二飛行隊ついてこい。レーダー班はどうだ。
整備完了 40%。
宇宙の果てまで映るようにならねえのかな。
You're talking about the past radar? Because I was literally just thinking about how funny it is to never use that.
整備順調 75% 完了。分析班情報処理 70% 完了。
I mean, so far they've used it to check out the position of a fleet and an old man pissing in a corner.
傲慢なやつ。
Yeah, because they can ram into shit at light speed, or 186,000 times light speed, and not even feel
よ
it.
し、いいだろう。相原、各機関へできるだけ作業を急ぐように伝えろ。
了解。
島。
It's weird how important Shima was throughout season 1 as, like, the duo or counter to Kodai. But I feel like I cared more about Sonata. That he had a more interesting character and backstory and everything. I feel like he gets, like, none of the focus anymore.
直ちに発進態勢に入るぞ。
艦長代理テレサから入電です。
何？航海長、テレサからだ。島。
She can talk to our communications officer.
ああ、危ない。
I mean, unless she does that, I guess.
そんなことじゃダメだ。どけ。こうするんだ。
I guess she's praying? Is that what's going on? I mean, it had nothing to do with him. That would have overloaded the communication system no matter what.
入電の意味を調べてくるんだ。
Oh.
行け島。これは艦長代理の命令だ。
Are we doing a V'ger situation?
ただし、ヤマトの出港時間は午前6時だ。
Shorted out the communication system and to force them to come talk
早
directly?
くしろ。時間がないんだ。
分かった。島航海長、テレザリアムへ行き入電の意味を調べてきます。
I also like it was the narrator that told us the name of the palace. She never mentioned it herself, I don't recall.
Teresa, 何があったんだ。何を伝えたかったんだ。
島さん。
She does act like a little unnatural. Then again, she could just be here, God, who knows how fucking old she is, actually. She could be immortal, I guess. But she could have been here forever. Alone. Legitimately in a glass house.
Teresa! 艦長代理の命令です。僕はあなたからの入電の意味を教えていただ
I
く
mean, if we're leading into the love thing,
もう時間がないんです。
she might not actually care that you were ordered to do
な
it.
くてはなりません。
Wants to hear that you came here on your own.
さっきの通信は何だったのですか。一体我々に何を伝えたかったんですか。テレサ。
すみません。私の心の乱れがついあなた方の受信装置にご迷惑を。
Again, the prayer thing.
それではあれはあなたの心が自然に。
そうです。自分でもどうすることもできないのです。以前はこんなことはなかったのですが、ヤマトは地球へ帰るとおっしゃいましたね。お気をつけて、島さん。
I mean, it has happened before. It's the prayer thing. Apparently, I guess that maybe that's why she's unnatural. Whenever her emotions kick in, things get destroyed around her.
そんなところへあなたを一人で残していくわけにはいきません。テレサ、一緒に行きましょう。ヤマトへ。
And she's worried about going somewhere with people and accidentally killing them all.
なぜいけないんです、テレサ。
私が行けば地球の一員となってあの白色彗星と戦うことになります。それはできません。私は二度と人々の命を犠牲にはしないと誓ったのです。
一体どうしたって言うんだろうな、急に。
ボイスコーダーが残ってる。調べればわかる。
You know, conceivably, she's not beaming energy at you. The amount of energy in the system is the amount of energy that the system itself is probably overloading with. You just need more resistance.
了解。
島さん、ヤマトがあなたを。
聞こえるか、島。もう時間がないぞ。
テレサ、来てくれ。僕と一緒に。
I mean, if you actually care that much, you could stay here.
いや、ダメだ。あなたを置いて一人では帰れない。
I mean, Kodai stayed with Starsha.
あなたをたった一人このテレザートに残していくくらいなら僕はむしろここに残りたい。
島さん。
テレサ、僕はどうしたらいいんだ。
島さん。
I mean, I don't know how large the Yamato crew actually is, considering they seem to have an infinite number of crewmen. 30 seasons from now, though, I don't feel like there's going to be a crew left on the ship. Just leaving them all one by one to at a planet that had one woman on it.
私も行きます。
Well, okay. And that's how everybody on Earth accidentally got killed when Teresa had an emotional fit. So again, I gotta assume that's the source of what causes her shit to get off.
補助エンジン動力接続スイッチオン。
小大君、島君は
帰ってくる。どんなことがあっても必ず。
What, in 10 seconds? Or is he gonna chase after you?
もしかしたら航海長テレサと
相原。
飛行艇が来ます。島君の飛行艇だわ。
Well, too bad. I gave him a countdown. He didn't make it.
ほら見ろ。
I guess her palace couldn't move. I just kind of assumed it was a spaceship.
何してたんだ今まで。
Hey, no fair. Your girlfriend glows.
そうだったのか。よかったな、島。大和管内で結婚式第1号というのも悪くないぜ。さあ、
I mean, there's some big old assumptions here. I don't think these two have had a paragraph of words between them.
こら、何をしてるんだ。全員早く部署に戻れ。
I also don't believe that Shima wouldn't have pre-plotted all of this. That he would be needed on the bridge to do that for them.
これで私のして差し上げられることは終わりました。
いやー、遅くなってすまん。波動エンジン内エネルギー注入。
波動エンジンシリンダーへの閉鎖弁オープン。始動。
Is she gonna vanish when they go to
5分前。
I'll say warp, that's not the word.
テレサ。
やはり私はテレザー都政に残ります。
いや、しかし、あと3日で白色彗星はここへ。
大丈夫です。私にはもう怖いものはありません。それに、ここにはまだしなければならない。
Technically, again, they could smash through you at 186,000 times the speed of light.
宇宙全体にとっても必要なことなのです。
テレサ。
心配しないで。島さんがあんなに温かな胸で私を勇気づけてくれる。
I mean, yeah, you're also talking 100 times more than you used to.
誰にも負けはしません。
ヤマト発進3分前。テレサ、島にもう一度だけ。
いいえ、帰ります。きっと島さんも分かってくださいます。
Yeah, I tricked him into coming back. This will be fine.
ということは一緒にいるということばかりではないはずです。
Tell that to Kodai's brother.
後悔ご無事で。
I wonder if I'll ever see Kodai's brother again.
島は必ず連れ戻ります。
待っています。いつまでも。
お元気で。
I'll say I thought she was like vanish or teleport or something. She'd walk away and get super skinny. Oh, never mind, she didn't. I guess the glow is protecting her from the vacuum of space.
波動エンジン内エネルギー充填 120%。フライホイール始動。
フライホイール始動。ほっ。テレサ。
Couldn't even fully trick him. Just like stand there, let him see.
古代、あれはどういうことなんだ。
テレサの意志だ。
何、テレサの。
すまん。彼女を引き止めることは俺にはできなかった。
テレサ。古代。
島、ぜひお前に聞かせたいものがある。みんなしばらく外へ出てくれ。島と2人で話がしたいんだ。
Well, maybe you should take him to the captain's room? You know, right above the bridge? Because we have bridge shit to do?
島、聞いてくれ。ボイスコーダーに記録されたテレサの声だ。
島さん、もう一度会いたい。もう一度会いたい。島さん、もう一度。
I mean, maybe how about more than one more time?
テレサ
You say one more time, I feel like that means, when we both die.
テレサはお前を愛していた。その気持ちに偽りはなかった。しかし彼女はテレザートに残った。それはお前への愛のためでもあり、宇宙全体のためでもあるんだ。それをお前が分かってくれると信じて彼女は戻っていったんだ。お前が本当に彼女を愛しているなら、地球のためにお前を返してくれたその愛にこそ応えるべきじゃないのか。古代、お前と抱き合ったという出来事の中で、彼女自身も本当の愛というものがどういうものなのかを
I don't know how to feel about
お互い体は別で
first love.
一つなんだ。島
Sorry, there was more to that thought. I didn't know what to think about first love. It's the element that she's been isolated all this time and instantly fell in love with the first person she talked to, or I guess the second person. More than that, she fell in love with a guy who was wearing an outfit with an arrow who points to his dick. You guys didn't order us to come back. We just thought this was the amount of time you needed.
メインエンジン点火。ヤマト発進。
ヤマト発進。上昇角25度、全艦異常なし。
テレサのために兵砲発射。
Can I get what they're going for here? And it makes for a cool visual.
さようならヤマト。さようなら島さん。
Actually, it's not even cool visual because we pan back and we can't see it. I in fact wish we hadn't seen her, heard her say anything. Because she's not military. She even regrets the fighting. She was praying for the fighting to stop. I don't think she would respect a gun salute. Furthermore, she comes from an alien culture who witnessed other alien cultures fighting. I don't even know that she would know what that would mean.
テレサ、必ず帰ってくる。必ず。ヤマトは地球を
It
目
feels
指
wrong
して
to
テレザー
gun
トの大
salute
地を後に
Teresa.
テレザートに残るのはテレサただ一人。そしてそのヤマトの背後には同じく地球を目指す白色彗星がある。それぞれに残された時間は短い。
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Considering we know the number of episodes left. It's the planet's name, that's not the character's name, and maybe I'm right, and maybe the, Teresium actually is a spaceship? I don't know. Obviously, we're actually setting up for a three-parter. Again, this is from the movie. This is not... Anyway. We're setting up for a three-parter. I enjoy the fact that we actually have an active three-parter rather than the one-at-a-time stories we got from Season 1 with a couple of multi-parters in there. It's swings and roundabouts, right? It's give and take. But I don't know. I think when we dealt with Kodai and Starsha, Kodai's brother and Starsha in Season 1, there was more to that because it was finding out what happened to Kodai's brother. It was finding out about Starsha for like the first time as well. Whereas this, Like, we can understand. Actually, I don't actually remember. I'm about to say Kodai's brother and Starsha was better, but I don't actually remember why. Because I don't remember how Kodai's brother even got there. Whereas this was just she fell in love with the second guy she talked to on the radio, I think. She broadcasted her message on like a tight beam towards Earth, but went through a bunch of different parts of space. Like, why didn't she fall in love? Well, one, she can't fall in love with Kodai because I don't want a love triangle to appear with Yuki. I don't wish happiness for Saito. Who else was there? Was Shiro there? I don't think Shiro was there. Sanada, I mean. Fuck Analyzer too. I don't like Analyzer's womanizing. So yeah, I guess he's the only option. Well, he's not the only option. We saw one of the other little ships laden with options. I don't know. I feel like the show could do a good love story. I remember back on Earth, we're dealing with Yuki and her trepidation about Kodai leaving and leaving her behind and possibly never seeing him again, versus what happened in the movie about them trying to move in together and the possibility of having to leave and her wanting to be with him no matter what. We got some good Yuki and Kodai stories that could have been made. I mean, I'm not going to put them out there as like, oh, this is good romance, but it's better than I think Kodai's brother and Starsha or Shima and Teresa has been so far. I guess technically Sabera and Gens might be a good romance if that turns out to actually be a romance and not like two people plotting together. Because otherwise, it's not a lot of other romances. There's the two people that were going to get married back on Earth, but she turned out to be a total bitch, and I'm not like on her side. Because otherwise, what else was there to this episode? Teresa, come with us. No. Teresa, come with us. Okay. But then no. Like, what really happened here other than we spent a day? I guess we found out that Teresa can exist in space, so that if they do destroy the planet, Teresa's left floating around in space. It'll explain that. Although it doesn't really explain how she can do it. But again, if your prayers can turn into power, then I guess anything is on the table. Yeah, I guess I don't have a lot to say about this episode. I'm just thinking, like, did I say anything really other than going on about the romance 17 times in a row? And it's like, that's all there really was. I mean, unless I blanked out on something, but I think that's it. I don't imagine I'm going to have a lot of notes next episode either. I guess that's it. So, once again, I have been Theta, this has been Stoneface Reactions, and we will catch you again next time. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?